Roy Shaw wears designer gear, has a cool million in the bank, a beautiful home, and a shiny red Bentley Corniche. He hasn't gotten where he is today by being a nice guy. He got there by being the toughest. Everything about Roy spells violence. He is 15 stone of squat, solid muscle, which knots and pops under his silk shirt when he moves. His small, piercing blue eyes are set above a corrugated nose. Roy appears to stare with an unnerving intensity into a secret world of hostility and hatred. In short, he is a walking, talking, killing machine. I met Roy Shaw 11 years ago, and in 1999, I was the co-writer of his book, Pretty Boy. I've got to say that Roy is probably the finest man I have ever met, and I've met them all, yardies, gangsters, and hard men from all over the country. Indeed, I was married to the most infamous gangster in British history, Ronnie Kray. Ron was the only man who I could truthfully say had the look of the devil in his eyes when he was angry. I didn't think I'd ever see that look again until I met Roy Shaw. Some would say he is Lucifer, Beelzebub, the Prince of Darkness. He hasn't got horns sticking out from the top of his head or cloven hooves and a tail. He's just a man, and one with strict principles and morals. Roy has laid down his boundaries for himself and has never overstepped the invisible mark, or, more importantly, allowed anyone else to. Trust is a very hard thing to come by these days, but I would, undoubtedly, trust Roy Shaw with my life. If you are lucky enough to make a friend of Roy, then he is a bloody good friend. Make an enemy of him and beware, because he's a typical male, made up of frogs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. When he's good, he's very, very good. And when he's bad, he's horrid.
Background. I was born in Stepney, East London, within the sound of the Bow Bells. I'm a true Cockney, a Londoner through and through. I was a street urchin, a ragamuffin. I grew up in the war years when times were hard. Our family didn't have much in the way of money, but we had plenty of love. At the tender age of 10, I discovered the gift that God had given me, the power of punch. From then on, I became a rascal, getting myself into all sorts of trouble. I was a man on a mission, with nothing to lose and a lot to prove. I became a professional boxer, training under the guidance of Mickey Duff. I had 10 professional fights, with 10 wins, 6 of them knockouts. Life of crime. I've been in and out of prison nearly all my life for various different reasons. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Comme ci, comme ça. But mainly for crimes of violence. I've spent approximately 24 years behind bars. Weaponry. I'd use me fists, but if someone was armed, then I'd also be armed, and I'd kill 'em. Toughest moment. I was 10 years old. I was lying in bed when I heard Mum scream. My elder sisters looked after me while Mum went to the hospital. When she came back, her face was ashen. She sat me down on the sofa, her eyes red and puffy. "Daddy's dead," she whispered. There had been a terrible accident. A lorry had swerved out of control and one of the pedals on my father's motorbike hit the curb. Dad tried to regain control of his bike, but it was no good. He hit a lamppost head on and was killed instantly. It was a long time ago, but I remember it as if it was yesterday, and I'm not ashamed to say that it still brings a tear to my eye. Is there anyone I admire? No.